Hello, everyone. Feedback is crucial for learning. Research shows that for feedback to be effective, it must evolve as a relational process among learners, instructors, and the learning environments. Feedback, however, must also be positively perceived and used by learners. However, research in higher education also indicates that too often feedback is just comment after assessment. Instructors and learners feel dissatisfied with the feedback mechanism, and we don't know what students do with the feedback they receive. As an instructional designer of online and blended courses, I also felt often frustrated because I didn't know what and if students were using the feedback instructors were providing them. Until one day, I realized I could make the difference. I came across the Matrix of Feedback for Learning by Brooks, Carroll, Gillis, and Hattie, a pedagogical feedback model with 3 types and levels of feedback tailored to the level of each learner. So, in my PhD, I investigate the integration of the matrix of feedback for learning in the synchronous online component of blended courses in higher education. In order to ensure high quality and intentional integration of the matrix, we followed the quality meta standards for online higher education and applied backward design. Backward design starts with the identification of course learning objectives first, then it follows with the design of summative assessment or testing, and then the design of learning materials and activities. So here in the slide towards the right, we can see a typical asynchronous online week where we integrate feed up, or where am I going as a student, feedback, where am I as a student, in how am I progressing, and feed forward, what do I have to do next to improve. Undoubtedly, feed up is one of the key components of an online week, not only because it gives clarification about the learning objective and suggested time pacing, but also because it provides structured guidance on how to approach the learning materials and streamline the learning process. We can see, for example, that we have learning modules with learning materials, exemplars, criteria, pre-knowledge, misconceptions, strategies, and processes, and more, followed by instructions, prompts, rubrics for assessment, and peer review. All this learning environment creates multiple opportunities for students to meet with feedback and feed-forward commentaries that are given by different agents: instructor, peers, automated feedback, and also self-assessment. A week culminates with the use or so-called uptake of feedback via the resubmission of tasks and assessment. Therefore, results of the investigation show that regardless of academic grades, and this is very important, students and learners are very satisfied with the feedback process, and they see feedback as a learning tool. Moreover, we saw very high engagement with feedback, high rates of resubmission, and very satisfactory use of feedback. In conclusion, by transforming feedback in a dynamic and integral part of learning, we aim to create more supportive and effective online learning environments in higher education across different disciplines, hoping that students will be able to uptake feedback or use feedback for improvement, growing in their life and studies. Thank you.